we would like to know why Sagrantino in Australia, and what do you think is the relation between Sagrantino Montefalco and Sagrantino Australian Sagrantino?
Okay. Well, the reason we chose to plant Sagrantino in Australia was by default, really, because my family owns a wholesale grapevine nursery, and in the 90s Australia was planting a lot of Chardonnay and Shiraz, and we wanted to offer peak growers and people in the industry the opportunity to work with a more diverse range of varieties. So in 1999 we actually imported about 70 different Italian varieties from all parts of Italy into Australia and planted them in our vineyard so that we could produce vines in our nursery for other growers. Once we planted these vines in the vineyard, we noticed that some of the vines produced really wonderful quality fruit in our region, and Sagrantino was one of those varieties. So we actually discovered it in our own vineyard before we discovered the wines from Montefalco. So it was wonderful to take this variety because it had wonderful colour, it had wonderful fruit characteristics, the acid levels were lovely, it ripened very late, which is a bonus in our region, and to start making wines. And then after we discovered the Sagrantino wines of Montefalco, which are of course some of the greatest wines in Italy. And so the relationship is that it's not so much that we tried to produce a wine like yours, we actually discovered it in the vineyard because it suits our terroir, and I think that is the relationship. It suits Umbria and it suits us.
And what kind of production you have in your vineyards? Which other varieties?
We have, which other varieties? We make Vermentino, Fiano, Aglianico, Lagrange, Malvasia Istriana, Sangiovese, and we've also made other varieties, Spanish and French varieties.
Have you got any indigenous varieties, Australian varieties, typical in your vineyard, or?
We don't actually have any indigenous grapevine varieties in Australia, but we do have large vineyards of things like Shiraz and Cabernet, but we grow that fruit for other producers. We only produce ourselves Italian varieties.